The Codex of the Modern Gentleman, a manual of modern masculinity for the 21st century. Chivalry is not a relic. It is the radiant armor of the soul, a prayer for the forge. The world has declared masculinity a disease. It has looked at the twisted expressions of broken men, the tyrant, the slacker, the brute, the perpetual adolescent, and mistaken the symptom for the condition. It has, in its wisdom, sought to cure the man by unmaking him. This is the work of the lesser architect. We, however, are builders under the great architect. We understand that fire can destroy, but it can also forge. We are here to reclaim the forge. This codex is not a return to a mythical past of rigid roles and unearned dominance. That past was a shadow, a partial blueprint corrupted by the fall. True chivalry was always a rebellion against the baser instincts, the impulse to hoard, to dominate, to flee, to destroy. It was a code to lift the eyes of the heart from the mud to the stars. In the 21st century, the mud is deeper, the stars harder to see, obscured by the light pollution of a world of distraction, the clamor of the marketplace and the needy media. The noise is deafening. But the need for a man, a real man, has never been greater. He is not needed to fix a wagon wheel, but to fix a broken spirit. He is not needed to slay a physical dragon, but to slay the dragons of despair, apathy, and cynicism in his own heart and in the hearts of those he is sworn to protect. This is the manual for that man. This is the chivalry for this age. The three pillars of the new chivalry. Modern masculinity rests on three core pillars, not of stone but of tempered spirit: the shield, the sword, and the chalice. The vow of the shield. The old knight protected the physical body. The modern gentleman protects the person. This is the first and most sacred duty. He is a sanctuary. His presence creates a space where others feel safe to be vulnerable, to speak truth, to fail. He does not use the weaknesses of others as weapons. He guards the perimeter. He is vigilant against spiritual and emotional threats, toxic cynicism, casual cruelty, the cutting remark disguised as a joke. He defends the dignity of those not in the room. He protects the vulnerable. He uses his strength, be it physical, intellectual, or positional, not to overpower but to lift up. He speaks for those who have no voice, stands with those who are isolated. Second, the vow of the sword. The sword is not for wanton violence. It is a tool for discernment and action. It cuts away what is dead, so that life may grow. He cultivates a craft. He has a vocation, a calling, a thing he does that makes the world less chaotic and more ordered. He is a writer, a builder, a teacher, a father, a friend. He creates value. He does not merely consume. He wages war on his own chaos. His first and most important battle is within, where the sword becomes the scalpel. With the sword of the spirit, he slays his own laziness, his own lust, his own entitlement. He does not project his inner demons onto the world. He fights for truth with the word of truth. In an age of spin, narrative, and comfortable lies, he seeks what is real. He speaks the truth in love, even when it costs him. He cuts through the noise to find the signal. When necessary, he is the voice of one calling out in the wilderness, "Prepare the way of the Lord." Third, the vow of the chalice. The chalice is the vessel that receives and pours out. This is the forgotten virtue, the one that softens the steel and prevents the man from becoming the very brute he was forged to defeat. He is a student of beauty. He makes space for all. He can be moved by a sunset, a piece of music, a line of poetry, the laughter of a child. This receptivity is not weakness. It is the fuel that sustains the long journey. He practices hospitality. His life is not a fortress, but a home. He opens his table, his time, his attention to the weary traveler, both the friend and the stranger. He knows that loneliness is the great plague of the age, and he administers the antidote of presence. He is here now, not distracted by what needs to be achieved next. He extends forgiveness. He knows he is a broken man in need of grace, and therefore he is quick to extend it to others. He does not keep a ledger of wrongs. He understands that mercy is the highest form of justice, He is a walking, working example of kintsugi in action, cracked by life's challenges, held together by the gold lacquer of God's grace. A catechism for the road. These are the questions a man must ask himself in the quiet hours, the ones that function as a compass when the map is lost. Am I a net producer or a net consumer of good? Does the world have more light, more peace, more order because I am in it? Am I hiding my fear behind a mask of strength or transforming it into courage through faith? Do I use my strength to create sanctuary or to build a prison for myself and others? Am I listening for the still, small voice, or am I only shouting to be heard over the roar of the crowd? Have I protected the innocent today? Have I spoken for the voiceless? Have I offered my seat, my time, my wealth, my attention to someone who needed it more? The spirit is in the details.